Hi everybody, this is Melissa Delfratte. I was asked to share some of my thoughts on the Empire State Ride and how it impacted my life. In March of 2015, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and I suddenly found myself living in alternative worlds. On the surface, I tried to stay strong and calm, cool, collected for my family and friends, but underneath I was anything but. I was battling with the fear of the unknown and dealing with the demons of the disease. People would say, "Oh, you're so brave, you're so inspirational, you're so courageous," but felt far from it. Words like hope were just empty and powerless. In March of 2017, I came across the Empire State Ride and knew that I would have to be the strongest I had been to be able to accomplish the task of riding my bike 500 miles across the state of New York. So I rode and I rode and I rode. And as you know, there's a lot of time on those roads and those miles alone with your thoughts. The Empire State Ride changed my life. It gave me perspective. I went from being a victim to a survivor. I went from riding for myself to riding for people that were fighting battles that were far worse than my own. On the first day of the ride, I finally had that ugly cry going into camp on day 1. I left 3 years of cancer baggage on the road and didn't look back. On day 4, I conquered the longest, steepest hill that I had to climb other than cancer, and I got to the top so joyous and victorious that I literally, right out loud, said, "Oh my gosh, I feel like a freaking rock star," kicking cancer and feeling strong and powerful. And then on day 6, in a room full of people, a room full of riders, hope went from being a word to a feeling. It had emotion. It provided light and direction. Preparing for this year's ride in May, I was diagnosed with extensive metastatic disease. It came out of nowhere with the speed and the intensity of a freight train. There is no cure. There are treatments that started as ideas, went through research and development, into clinical trials, and finally into standards of care. Treatments that were funded by people like yourself on missions like the one that you're on. The trajectory of my disease made me believe that I would never get on my bike again. At a consultation at Roswell, Dr. O'Connor said something that once again changed my life. She said, "Well, we're just going to have to get you back on that bike." And with that, she gave me hope. Hope changes things from the inevitable to the possible. Remember why you're riding. You're creating possibilities and hope for people like me. Stay strong, ride hard, keep joy in your heart, smile, and enjoy the journey. Love you. Godspeed.